So I don't know if anybody else has noticed, but if I can't think of anything funny or witty or interesting to say in the intro, I just show you something that I've got that's new and check out this t-shirt. Supernatural t-shirt. I love having a birthday. It's great, you get free stuff. I'm sad that Supernatural's ending though. Every time I look at this in the mirror I cry a little inside. I'm going to miss Dean.
Put the bucket back in the box.
Starring amongst others Colin Farrell, Danny DeVito, Eva Green, Michael Keaton and a really cute CGI baby elephant. Directed by Tim Burton off of a screenplay by Aaron Kruger. This is my review for Dumbo. And if you do enjoy this review, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so I know that you want me to do more. Dumbo is the story... You know Dumbo. You know what the story of Dumbo is. He's a baby elephant, he's got giant ears and he can use them to fly. And it's sweet and it's lovely and it's adorable. And you know what? Dumbo himself in this movie is all of those things too. They brought an elephant to life. They really did. They made me believe an elephant could fly. For the few times that we actually get to see him fly in this movie, I fully believed it, because it's such a beautifully done creation. Just this little elephant and his eyes and the way he looks at things and the way he even does a little elephant smiles. Like, I was fully on board with this baby elephant. I want a baby elephant. It's my birthday, give me a baby elephant. I want one just like Dumbo, because they really did. I mean, I don't think they could have done it better. I don't think they could have created this thing and make it come to life in this way any better. Dumbo is perfect. And to be fair, most of the cast are pretty good here as well. The main people here, Colin Farrell is probably the main guy out of everybody, and he's fine. Like, Colin Farrell's a dependable guy when it comes to acting, and he doesn't really do anything wrong here at all. Danny DeVito is probably my favourite character, I think, in the film. Just because of Danny DeVito's performance. It's great seeing him on the big screen again. And reunited with Michael Keaton, who we'll get to in a second. Yeah, Danny DeVito's great, and he's great in this too. Eva Green, I didn't particularly care for her character that much. Like, her character was a bit wishy-washy. She starts in one place and does a quick switch to become something else, and it was a bit whiplash from that. I don't really know how that happened quite as quickly as it did, but it gets us from A to B, I guess. But Michael Keaton, and it pains me to say this, I think he's the worst part of this movie for me. Him and his character. Because it's almost like he's coming from a different film. He is a lot more theatrical than anybody else. His performance just seems very, very different. And that's not always a bad thing. You can have somebody come in that's different, and they can complement everybody else nicely. But here he just feels out of place. Feels like a very cartoonish villain. He's definitely a one-note villain. There's no sort of layers to this villain at all, in fact. Zero. He's very, very clear-cut. This is what he wants, this is why he wants it, done. Nothing else to it, no nuance or anything like that at all. And to me, personally, I just think the performance was wrong. I just don't think it was the right tone to take for that character, because he was already quite pantomime, just with his motivations. So to have the performance be quite pantomime as well, it was too much, at least for me. And also on the positives, this movie looks great. I mean, it's Tim Burton. Tim Burton knows how to make a movie look gorgeous, and Dumbo, at times, looks stunning. Watching Dumbo fly for the first time, there's a couple of sequences where it doesn't look quite right, particularly one involving Eva Green. But seeing him fly is kind of amazing. Like, it's kind of awe-inspiring to watch, and I can just imagine being a kid watching that film and just being like, wow, that elephant's flying. And I'm a grown adult, and I thought that as well at times. Beautifully well done, sort of the scenery, the cinematography in this one, kind of the bright, warm colours that the film has for a lot of the time. Just a really nice film to look at. If you can hear like low-level squeaking, by the way, it's because this is my second time recording this because I lost all the audio, and in the meantime I took the guinea pigs out, and now they're just running about on the floor being quite loud and trying to eat a wire. But sadly, that's kind of where the good for me with Dumbo ends, because everything else about it I really don't think worked at all. And it's upsetting for me to say, because I'm a big Disney fan. I mean, you can't really see them because of where the camera is. I guess I can turn it, but there's Disney's. Lots and lots of Disney movies all out there as well. So many Disneys. I love Disney. And if you're somebody like me that loves a lot of the stuff that Disney does, I'm quite easy to please when it comes to Disney movies. Like, it doesn't take a lot to win me over, and Dumbo really didn't. And I think the main problem is, yeah, they got Dumbo right, but they didn't use him enough. But the biggest issue for me here is none of the characters in this one I connected to or cared about at all. None of them. I mean, Danny DeVito's character maybe, but that's just because I like Danny DeVito, but the rest of them could not care less. There's like backstories and things here, like the kids and Colin Farrell's wife. Like, she died, their mother died, but we don't get anything else about that really at all. It doesn't factor into the story. Colin Farrell lost an arm in the war because, I don't know, really, I don't know why he did, but he did. There's lots of things like this to give the characters actual something to make them characters, like little things that have happened in their past that have made them grow, but we don't really see how that's affected them at all. In fact, most of these characters are blank slates. The only time that we feel like we connect with them is when they're connecting with Dumbo. But individually, nothing. I couldn't care what happened to any of them. And that is a shame when the performances are good, because they are for the most part. Like, even the kids in this, like, they're fine. Like, it's not the best kids' performances I've seen, but it's not the worst. But there's nothing that any of the actors specifically do wrong. Maybe Michael Keaton, but I think that was more direction. But yeah, these characters were nothing to me. And as a result, I couldn't connect to anything emotionally with this movie aside from Dumbo, and I really don't think Dumbo was used enough. And the story is really messy as well. Tim Burton rushes through so much of this stuff. I mean, it's been a while since I've watched the original Dumbo. I didn't want to watch it before this one because I kind of wanted to see this from as much of a fresh perspective as I could. So it's been a while since I've seen the original. But that's only an hour-long film. This film's longer, yet it still rushes. The opening moments of this, Dumbo and his mother and everything like that, just over in the blink of an eye. And it's like, oh, he can fly. We'll have to train him to fly. He can fly now. It's just literally like from this point to this point to this point, and it doesn't feel like a cohesive story. It doesn't feel like the story flows at all. It just feels like we're dipping in and out of it, just almost haphazardly. It's really an irritating structure, at least to me, on this story. It really bothered me. And this is a movie, don't forget, about a really cute baby elephant with giant flappy ears that can fly. Like, it's Disney 101. You're ahead there. You've got something. You've got Dumbo, who audiences can love and can fall in love with. You are one step ahead of the game already. So why did this movie decide it was much more interesting to look at the inner workings and the power struggles within a giant circus and theme park? Why? Who really cares about that? This isn't why people are turning up. It's for Dumbo. Give us more Dumbo. I don't care what's going on over at this dream world place. I don't care whether this circus act that we've been introduced to at the start are going to get screwed over or not, because I don't know who any of these circus people are. You're trying to tell me I should care about them, give me a reason to, and this movie never does with hardly any of the characters. That's something I can't get behind. It's something that really bothered me throughout. But at least Dumbo's pretty. At least Dumbo's cute. Like, that's the main thing. I did every time Dumbo was on the screen, I was just that elephant. And I didn't really get emotional over anything that was happening to Dumbo, which is a problem because there are moments in this movie that should be really emotional, but I felt really nothing. Even the infamous scene of Dumbo being separated from his mother. Like, the way it was shot and the way where the attention was given wasn't really to Dumbo. So it just kind of left me feeling cold, as much as this movie did. Some nice moments, great to look at, a few good performances, but the story is just too weak for me to ever want to see this again or even remember that much about it. It's a very forgettable movie. And that really doesn't bode well for the other live-action Disney movies, does it? This is the first one of the year. There's 3 coming out this year. We've still got Aladdin, we've still got The Lion King, and I love Disney. I want those movies to be good, but I don't know, these live-action remakes, they're very hit and miss, and my excitement level is dwindling with every new release. So, yeah, hopefully Aladdin and The Lion King can turn it around a little bit, because Dumbo really did nothing for me. I'm going to give Dumbo a 5 out of 10. Have you seen Dumbo yet? If so, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. And what's your favourite Disney movie as well? Because I always love talking Disney, so let me know what your favourite is. Do hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more of them. Plenty more reviews on the way in the near future. You can follow me as well on Twitter at JoeJulians. Come talk to me TV, film, anything on there. I normally reply pretty quickly. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.